So it looks like the rain has now stopped, so I think we've got a bit of a gap, and maybe the second one will go a bit better. Your worst fear?
Well, as a rhino person who's rehabilitating rhino, especially in this poaching crisis, you think that your worst fear is that one of the rhino that you're working on is going to be shot or injured or killed. So that worst nightmare was realized, and you think, well, that's it. And then on top of that, to have your team and your staff brutally assaulted is just beyond comprehension.
You have received so many messages of support, sympathy, praise, really around the world.
It's been so humbling, it's been so supportive, just to see the unbelievable outpouring of support and understanding. I think it's, from the messages we've had from people, it's just hit them so hard that first you're dealing with rhino poaching and the brutality of taking calves that have been rescued from brutal poaching situations. And then on top of that, you have the human element where humans have been assaulted as well. It's just, and people have just responded to that with the most incredible humanity and compassion. So thank you to everybody for being so supportive. It is appreciated, it does make a difference.
Now, I've been at 2 of your workshops where you basically say that, take care of yourself because they're there to poach rhinos, to get to the horn. Is this another level that we're seeing now?
Yes, it seems to be, and that's what is really concerning, is we did quite a bit of research into security at rhino orphanages, and then I actually presented workshops on it. And we were led to believe, and the security thing was they're coming for the rhino, so if the people stay out of the way, and the people comply, and you don't interfere, they're there for the horn and they'll leave the people alone. This has been so shocking because although the staff were compliant, didn't in any way try and fight, did exactly what they'd been instructed to do, there was still the assault that went on for a period and they were tied up. And it's so concerning. Is this another stage? And that's what we've been asking. And having had contact with a number of people who've been involved in poaching, who phoned us to express their concern and their support, it's coming out that this looks like it's something that has been escalating, that people are, not just the rangers, but that people who are around the rhino may become increasingly the target. There has been an increasing desensitization, as there is with violent crime. There's been an escalation in the violence in rhino poaching, in the mutilation. And this is just a whole new element to it.
Now I have to ask about security. How is it that 5 armed men can come into this facility, spend a couple of hours, and not only poach 2 rhinos, but abuse humans?
We have security. You hope, you fight that it is enough. You always want more. You never feel completely secure in this situation. Our security was breached, and it very obviously wasn't adequate. And right now, our sort of biggest concern is, one, to get everybody safe and secure and get them through this trauma, and then also to take a very hard look at what do we need for security with this change in approach.
Impy, the one calf, he had a very traumatic start to life and a very traumatic end. Can you tell me about his injuries?
Impy is a particularly difficult one to talk about and to think about. Impy came to us having survived a particularly brutal poaching. He stayed at his mother's carcass for 6 days, moving away just a short distance to eat mud because he was obviously very hungry and very thirsty. And when he came in, I still remember so clearly sitting with this tiny little rhino who was covered in blood splatter from where they'd shot the mom, and he smelled terribly of carcass fluids. And I remember just sitting looking at him, and that reality hitting me of, this is what rhino poaching is about, this is what these little guys go through. And in my mind, saying to him, you're safe now, we're never going to let that happen to you again, you're never going to have to go through that again. And then to have him attacked, and he didn't, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because he did suffer, he wasn't killed outright. They did deface him while he was still alive, and it was so bad that he had to be euthanized. And again, it's another stage of that reality. It was bad enough what was happening before. This is just a whole new
Different, new level.
There's a huge part of me that is saying, I really hope that this is an isolated incident, that we can pick holes in various things. The indications are that it may well be a trend. So, if anything, please, people who are caring for Rhino, people who have Rhino in captive situations, be careful. We really don't want anybody else to go. Bad enough we've had to go through it, and we've had staff go through it. We don't want anybody else to go through it.
Yeah. Are there any questions from people on Facebook?
Just a lot of, sympathies and heartfelt condolences. A lot of people, sending messages, MP with hearts, and quite a lot of people. It looks like a lot of people around the world have joined. Lots of messages of support from all over. Here we go. Deborah Barclift Adenin from the United States. Never surrender. Your love is stronger than their hate. Liz Penphrase, unbelievable, devastating. Kato Dowd. Can the person filming move slower so we can hear? Move closer. All right. So here we go. We're going to go closer.
The fact that it's due to be moved.
And
So close to release.
lots of people joining and sending so many hearts flying across the screen. So everybody,
Amazing support out there.
amazing support.
Amazing support.
So thinking of you from London.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
All
Karen,
over
never
the
give
world.
up. Thank you for what you do. Karen, I'm so sorry, heartbroken, sending love and strength, love from Germany. So it's not just a local South African thing, isn't it?
Incredible. They really are.
No, it's international people, local people, all over
I
the
think
world.
even if you're not an animal person, you can relate to the human side of it.
Does this mean the end of the orphanage?
No. We can't afford to have it as the end. There's a need for the orphanage, specifically in this area. The fact that we've handled a number of very difficult cases in a very short period of time. The poaching crisis is nowhere near.